So now we'll go to the basic theory part of cloud computing. So this is the module one of this technical part. So cloud computing. So now what are our objectives after learning this theory part? The basic learning outcome of this particular theory part is you are all knowing what is the fundamentals of cloud computing and how to use Azure portal. That is a practical tool which we are using for demonstrating different services that we are knowing, and that after that we can identify so many services are there, how to use the services and how to deploy the services and how to manage the services. So our today's agenda is we want to create two types of virtual machines. So the two virtual machines are the services from the Azure portal. So we are going to deploy these two virtual machines in our Azure portal once we got subscriptions. For subscription, so just now Mahesh explained you. So you need to provide Outlook mail ID in the Google Sheet, and then from the backend, Mahesh will add you to the subscription. After that, you are going to get one invitation link on your Outlook mail ID. So if you open that particular mail, so there is a button like activate. Okay, after clicking that that button accept invitation, then you are going to connect to Azure portal. He will guide you once you get the subscription. So now let me go for what is cloud computing. So cloud computing, every day we are seeing so many so many businesses are migrating from traditional businesses to cloud computing businesses. So let me define this. What is the meaning of this cloud computing? Any one of you can define in your own words what is the meaning of cloud computing? Anybody from faculty members? Anybody? So what is the meaning of cloud computing? Hello. Okay, so you are all busy with filling this Outlook mail IDs, I think. Yeah, it is a very
Yeah,
simple term. Yeah, yes, sir. Hello. Yeah, go on, sir.
see, Go model platform for providing the service, or whenever we are using that platform, we need to pay some amount.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your input, sir. So the cloud computing just nothing but like we are having like three cloud service providers in the present market. These clients are called whose clients are there
Hello,
like yes, sir. Yes,
sir. I can also give some simple definition.
yes,
So,
sir.
cloud computing is just using a online services by paying some amount, and all these services related to software, related to system, and that is the cloud computing.
Yes, yes. Yeah. That is the essence of cloud computing. So nice. In single sentence, you told everything. So let me go for my side. Like cloud computing is just nothing but a cloud service provider will be there and a client will be there. So in the cloud architecture, we have two parties. One is like us, like individual customers. We are calling that as a client, and that's cloud service provider. The cloud service providers may be Azure, maybe Amazon, maybe Google. So these are the three gigantic clients who can give those cloud services. Let us consider I need one particular service from Azure. So now what I'm doing is I am requesting the Azure people. So please provide me that particular service. So on my request only, they are providing that particular service in fraction of seconds, in seconds. So that means here, how can I define the cloud computing means? So this is on-demand delivery. On-demand means I am asking, the client is asking, then only the cloud service provider is providing the services. If you don't ask, they will not provide. So that is the reason why I'm calling this as on-demand delivery. So on-demand delivery of the resources. Resources means maybe the resources are maybe servers, maybe storage networks, or databases, or networking, any other softwares, or any other hardware. Okay, or any other intelligence like analytical intelligence. Every service will be delivered to the client over the internet. If without internet, there is no connection between the client and the cloud service provider. So over internet, they are providing all these services only on the demand of the particular client. So then those services only build according to the uses of the client. If you are using for 10 minutes out of 24 hours, only your billing will be there for 10 minutes. So that is nothing but cloud computing. So this is called as consumption based model, or else we can say simply as our faculty colleagues are telling, This is a pay as you go. So your billing will be there on the usage. How much usage you are done and the services, that much billing will be done. So it eliminates the need for the any computer or any other organization to procure and configure and to manage the resources. The business people are not able to not needed to purchase any software or hardware. Everything will be purchased by the cloud service providers only. So the only part the business people need to do is they can concentrate on the business. A remaining part, everything will be taken care by the cloud service provider. Now let us consider why we need cloud computing services. Let us consider with one example. So I'm having a small IT firm. I want to expand my business. So my sales are going every day to a new higher level. So I want to improve my business. So when I want to scale up my business, so what are the things I need to consider? So any inputs from your side, sir? Anybody? So I want to develop. I want to scale up my software IT industry. So what are the things I need to do?
To improve software skill, whatever the whatever the profile you want to be get involved into.
Yeah. So I need to, first thing is I need to improve my hardware. So if the hardware availability is not there, the company need to purchase the servers. That means hardware part. I need to purchase storage accounts, like storage things. I need to databases. I need to purchase networking component. I need to purchase so many technical manpower. I need to hire. I need to train the manpower, and then I need to deploy so many softwares which are useful for my business application. I need to look after the software packages, updations, everything. I need to provide some backup power. I need to provide some cooling. I need to provide some space, some office space to place all these servers, hardware components. I need to maintain inventory cost, everything I need to maintain. So this is called as capex, capital expenditure. So all these in general, the capex part of any organization is very huge. Like it will be in crores. So if I want to maintain all these things, so even then, it is the servers will not reach our premises, the business in time. So that means it is time consuming and it is involving the cost involvement also. So it is requiring some physical space, some power, cooling things we need. So we need to manage. We need to have the technical manpower who are experts in their particular software and hardware. Their salaries, everything is so complex. So that is the reason why instead of going for all these purchasing by own, so I'm going for a cloud servicing. So in this cloud computing service, everything like hardware, the cloud service people will provide, the software, the cloud service will provide, the battery backup, cooling, physical space, inventory cost, everything they will providing. So no need to buy any new resources, any new hardware, and that you can request any service from the cloud service provider. And after getting the services, you can access the services from anywhere in the globe. So global accessibility will be there. So you can connect to the resources or the services from your mobile or your laptop or your desktop, any or your iPod, anything. So any connectivity will be there. So all the services are ready made. So the moment you request the service, the same moment you are getting the services also. Availability is high. So availability means, suppose say my services, I'll tell one example, Azure will provide 600 plus services. So the total services are 600 plus services are there. Let me take first service number one. So if I request the service number one, they are providing me the service number one. So now in my SLA, so SLA means this is a memorandum of understanding between the cloud service provider and the client. That is called SLA, service level agreement. In the service level agreement, we are keeping everything in the paper. So what are the services we require, what is the billing part, and what are the hardware part, what are the software part, whether you need any updations on the software, do you need any other facilities like backup, cooling, how many durations of how many working hours you need the service, everything we are keeping in that particular part in the SLA, this is availability is one very important aspect. Let us consider my requested service is available for me with 90% availability. So 90% availability means, suppose say if I'm using the service for 30 days. So 30 days under 90% availability means you can calculate how much time the service is available for me. Now how much time the service is not available for me. So that means so 30 days means 30 into 24 hours into 0.9. So that is the only time which we are getting the connection between the cloud service provider, the client, and the service. Suppose say the 10% is not there, na, so the 10% will not be charged. The service is not available. Depends on your business application. If you want to go for a minimum availability, so because why I'm telling minimum availability means sometimes your business is growing very faster. Like many users are coming and seeing your website in the morning time, but in the night time nobody will be there. So that means you need not require 100% accessibility or 100% availability, because in the night time nobody will see. So you need to have a little you can adjust some availability. So like that you can adjust. So all these things we can do in the availability part. The minimum availability from the Azure is 90%, the maximum is 100%, but theoretically we are calling that as a 99.9999. Okay, so this is the availability. When you are asking the cloud service provider to have more availability of your resource, obviously the billing part is also getting high. Okay, and this is a pay as you go. Already we might be knowing how much services you are using, that much bill you are getting. This is fault tolerance. So fault tolerance means, let us consider, just now we have seen Chennai is heavily rained. So because the net is not able to connect. So in that sense, like one person from Tamil Nadu today requested one service from Azure. In the morning, they have provided the service. But when you are connecting to the particular service, because your internet is not proper, so you are not able to connect. So even then, so that means your local provider, like internet provider, is doing the proper connection is not there. Even then, the cloud service provider regarding the particular service, they are servicing with the service with seamless services like 24/7, 365 days. Even the particular region is having some climate issues, even earthquakes comes or any rain, heavy rains comes, even then the cloud service provider will give you the resources for your disposal. Even the region is having some faults, even software faults are there, or hardware faults are there, or climatic changes are changing, even then the services are available for you. Only thing is you need to have some proper internet. So this is the reason why we are migrating. So many traditional businesses are there in across the world. All the businesses are migrating from traditional businesses to cloud businesses because these many reasons. One reason is flexibility. So flexibility, disaster recovery. Disaster recovery means I already told you now. So during rainy seasons or earthquakes or tsunami or whatever XYZ reasons, even the region is having so many issues, maybe the particular region which is suffering from all these disasters, maybe all the services will be locked, but the cloud service provider will be having all the services provided for your disposal 24/7, 365 days, even your local region is having some disaster. So that is how you can recover from the disaster. Maybe for example is like during rainy seasons, you can see some movie theaters are shut down for that particular day. But if you open Netflix now, so you can able to see the movies online. So the Netflix is one such product, cloud service product. So that is the difference. You can anytime you can see the movies on Netflix. Maybe that is not suitable for a local theater movie. Okay, that is called disaster recovery. Automatic software updates. So sometimes you are installed one particular software for your business application, and after 2 months, you need to like one update is coming for software, and you need to do all manual updations if you are not taking the cloud service. If you are taking the cloud service, all these updates will be taken care by the cloud service provider only, and pay as you go. So the already we have discussed the amount of service, which is directly proportional to the amount of billing, and then increase collaboration. So that means like if I'm having a service, like service is provided by Azure, and the same service I am giving some privileges to many customers, many of your project mates, and the single project 10 people are working. So on the 10 people can access the same resources which are directly related to the particular project. So maybe the 10 like project mates are few people are sitting in India, a few people are sitting in Europe, a few people are sitting in other regions, okay, of the globe. So even then they can directly access the resources and they can use, they can update, they can do all the things on the resources. So this is called increased collaboration. At a time they can work on the same resource. Document control, everything will be recorded, the document is proper, documentation will be given, and on the documentation evidence only the billing part will be taken care of. Security, so these services, all the cloud services are highly secure. If you want to access the service, you need to have the proper privileges. So some privileges are, you can read some of the content, so you cannot edit the particular service, like, so some of other people are having some edit or delete privileges are also. So then accordingly only the particular service will be deployed to the particular clients. So according to the privileges, they can modify the particular resource. This is called security part. And this is finally location independent. All the services from the cloud are location independent. So even if you are by going to, while you are in bus, you can access, while you are home, you can access, while you are in office, you can access the services. When you are in India, you can access, when in any part of the globe, you can access the services. So it is completely location independent. Because of these many reasons, every traditional business now migrating to the cloud. So these are some benefits of the cloud computing if you are changing from traditional business to the cloud business. The first benefit is scalability. Scalability, let us consider one example. So I'm having a small particular server is there, and I'm getting more traffic to my like server. So my server can accommodate only 10 users at a time. Okay, so I'm having 100 users, I'm easily handling. If I'm having 200 users, I cannot handle. So from 101 customer to 200 customer, my server is not able to cater. So I'm getting some error in connecting to the client, connecting to my customer. So then the solution for this particular problem is scalability. So just ask the cloud service provider, whenever my traffic is increasing, automatically scale up my resources. So then automatically when for 101 customer, if you are asking the scalability from the cloud service provider, it is creating one more server. So the second server will handle the remaining 100 users. Suppose if still the customers are getting higher and higher. So for 201 to 300 customers, we are creating one more new server. So depends on the server, depends on the traffic. When you are increasing the hardware or decreasing the hardware, then it is called as scalability. So automatically you are doing all these things by the service provider. Only thing is you need to request, so the scalability part from the cloud service provider. So this can be, scalability refers either increase in the resources or decrease in the resources, depends on the particular traffic. The second advantage is cost efficiency. We already discussed the amount will be levered on the services which you are using. Accessibility, so you can access the services from anywhere, from any device. So you can access from any region and you can access from any device. So that is called accessibility. Global accessibility will be there for each and every service. And the next two benefit is reliability and redundancy. Let us consider redundancy. Redundancy stands for creation of the service. Suppose say you requested one service number one from the cloud service provider. Instead of giving service number one, they will create two copies. Service number one, two copies will be there. One copy will be kept in your local data center, and the other copy of the service will be kept a little far from your local place. So in case of natural disasters or any fault, so the local service will not be available. That time the other service is there, the duplicate service which is situated in the nearby data center will be occupying your account, and we will provide you the accessibility. So that is how we can maintain the seamless access to the services. So that is called redundancy. So due to redundancy, so every client will have seamless services from the cloud service provider, and the reliability is also high. So when you are having seamless services from the cloud service provider, so obviously the reliability and the service will be higher. So these are some of the advantages from the cloud service. So let us consider a very important term like virtualization. So any doubts till now? regarding the basic definition and different advantages of cloud computing? Dear faculty members, any doubt till now? Can I go ahead? Hello.
Yes, faculty, any doubts related to this concept of cloud computing, you can ask to Narendra. No doubt, Narendra, you can
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah. So this is a virtualization is very important term for cloud computing understanding. So virtualization, just nothing but let us consider in you all might be knowing like cloud service will be provided to the client with some hierarchy. So the first thing is the cloud service provider dividing the total world into some geographical regions, and in the each geographical region some zones are created. Within the zone some data centers are created. Okay, so let us consider one data center is created in Hyderabad, one data center is created in Madras, one data center is created in US. So that means, so that data center which is closer to my region, I'll take the services from the data center, local data center. Okay, now my question is, like I am a client, I am a simple client, I'm running a very small business. So I am requesting Azure people, the cloud service people, to have one service. So the first service is I need one virtual machine. Virtual machine just like nothing but a your laptop. Okay, your laptop. So that is situated in the cloud. So I am requesting like how can I'm requesting the cloud people with virtual machine? I'm requesting through my RAM by specifying RAM size, ROM size. Okay, how many like speed of the thing, what is the operating system? Okay, all these things I'm requesting. Let us consider I'm requesting only 1 GB RAM. Okay, 1 GB RAM means maybe the cloud service provider are having in the data center bulk infrastructure will be there. Each data center is having a server with 100 GB servers. Suppose say I'm requesting only 1 GB, 1 GB memory. So for my service. So since I am a small customer, small client, so now how they are dividing the 100 GB server into small part like 1 GB. So there is a technology called as virtualization. Virtualization is the technology which is used to create small chunks from the big physical hardware system. Okay, so this is called virtualization. Now let us consider the difference between traditional way of doing business and virtualization way of doing business. Let us consider in a traditional business, I'm having three applications. The first one is legacy applications, web applications, and mail applications. So in traditional business, I need to have three servers for each and every application. So that is the reason why I'm maintaining three different services for maintaining three different applications. We already know that what is the occupation, that is what is the occupation for the mail services. For mail services, I'm occupying only 30% of my server one. For web applications, I'm accessing only 30, I'm using only 30% of the capabilities from the server 2. Legacy apps also I'm using only 30% from the server 3. Even then 70% is available from server 1, server 2, server 3. I'm not able to use because I cannot able to provide isolation between service number 1, service number 2, and service number 3. Because in traditional way of business, we cannot provide the isolation, logical isolation between all the services. So that is the reason why I'm going for multiple servers purchase. So again, it is involving so much capex involvement will be there. So if you go for traditional business, a lot of time will be wasted, a lot of capex will be wasted. Now I am going for the second model, virtualization. So let us consider virtualization. I'm combining multiple services like mail and legacy apps are combined together. So between these two applications, I'm providing some logical separation between the two applications in the same server. So the same server can be used for catering the two services. So like that, the same server now using for 60% occupation. Now that means the resources are highly maintained. The resources are highly maintained. So that means resources utilization is highly efficient. So because of this, the capex involvement is less and the time will also be less. So I can combine the web applications into the same single server also. But I want to show you like I can go and have multiple servers also. It depends on the number of applications. So that is the best advantage of keeping each service in single server and keeping all the services in single server. My occupation, my busy of the server will be highest. And let us consider a software. We already know that virtualization is a technology which is used to divide the large hardware into small pieces, and each piece will be given to the client. So let us consider what is that particular software. The software name is called hypervisor. A hypervisor is doing the virtualization. Let us consider. So this VM, these VMs are there. So let us consider these VMs are clients. Client number 1, client number 2, 3, 4. So each client is asking some request will be there. Let us consider this VM1 requesting a small portion from the a server. Like the first server is called database server is there. Like the second server I'm calling as Windows server. The third server I'm calling as Linux server. So we have 3 servers, 3 huge servers are there. Now client number 1 is requesting a part of database server, a part of Windows server. Now this hypervisor is dividing this these 2 servers and is giving the access to the client number 1. And similarly, client number 2 is asking a little portion from the database server and Linux server. So now hypervisor is dividing the network database server and the Linux server, and it is giving access to the client number 2, and so on and so forth. So the hypervisor is the software which is dividing all the large hardware into small chunks, and it is giving access to the clients. So that is called hypervisor. So now types of virtualizations. So once we know the concept of virtualization, so what are the types of virtualizations are there? Like you can have server virtualization. That means whatever be the server which you are using for your business application, the entire server will be kept in the cloud. Then that is called as server virtualization. The second one is data virtualization. That means whatever be the database, okay, like SQL database or MySQL database, okay, Cosmos DB, whatever be the database, the complete database can be kept in cloud. So that is called data virtualization. Hardware virtualization, storage, all the storage accounts like your CPUs, GPUs, everything like storage accounts, everything will be kept in cloud. So that is called storage virtualization. Network virtualization, network component, like all the network component is also can be virtualized. It can be kept in cloud. So that is called network virtualization. So we are having servers, databases, hardware, storage units. If they want to communicate between one to other, so the network component is useful. The main use of network component is, so whenever one part of your application want to speak to other part of your application, then one interface will be should be there. That interface is nothing but networking component. You might be knowing this when you are deploying any particular LAN or WAN in your labs. So other types of computing services are like function as a service. Like you can write a function. So like in Python or R programming, you can write one script, and that particular script is having some output. So if you want to use that particular function as a service, you can use it. So this we need to keep in mind that all the services in the cloud are serverless. So we don't have any server. Okay. So if you are having the server, the billing part will be more. So since it is serverless, the billing part is also very less. Okay. So like whenever you are writing a function, if you are using the function as your service, then it is called as function as a service. So suppose if you are using a database for your service, then it is called as database as a service. And the containers we can use for keeping a large amount of data, then it is called as container as a service. We can go for machine learning as a service. So that is machine learning as a service, IoT as a service. So many applications will be there. You can request any applications. So all these services can be, all the services can be deployed for your client on the demand of the client. Okay, let us see. So this is a very important diagram. So to understand the cloud operations. So let us see this diagram. This diagram is having some front end and the back end. The front end includes what are how many categories of people are there in the front end. So that is called client infrastructure. Client infrastructure is just nothing but the clients will be there. The client means maybe single client, like I am a client, I am requesting some service from the cloud service provider. I am by individual capacity, I'm the client. Sometimes I can have a business people. One organization will be there as a client. Okay, so that may be a business organization. It is requesting some services from the cloud service provider. So they are called as business clients. So maybe individual clients will be there, maybe business clients will be there. all these clients are requesting some services through their either mobiles or through laptops or through desktops or through iPods. So this is called as client infrastructure, all these hardware and the internet. So this combinedly, we are calling this as client infrastructure. So the client infrastructure and the backend, if you look at the backend, so the backend is just nothing but cloud service providers. So the cloud service providers are providing the service requested by the front end people. The front end people are clients. So now the front end people and the back end people, all these two people will be connected through internet. Without internet, so there is no connection between the front end and the back end. So that means there is no connection from client and the cloud service provider. If you are having the proper stable internet, then the client and the service providers will be connected. Once you are connected, you can request any service from the cloud service provider. The moment the cloud service provider getting the request from the client, so they are allocating, they are dividing their large hardware into small pieces using virtualization concept, and they will give you the particular service which is requested by the client. So this is the architecture which follows for like understanding the basic operation of the cloud. So let us see some of the applications of the cloud. Okay, let us see online data storage. Suppose you are having every day now the data is getting more and more. Like so we are operating in big data context. So whenever you are having large data, so can I use this the conventional storage tools like Excel? Anybody please respond here. Like can I use, what is the maximum size that can be kept in Excel? Anybody
For big
please
data, for big data, we cannot use Excel because
Yes.
it has limited capacity of storage.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, sir.
so we cannot use that.
Yes. So because we from the last 40 years, we are using Excel. But these days we are not using Excel because, as sir rightly told, so Excel cannot be used for handling big data. So let us consider how many rows of data an Excel can handle. The Excel single worksheet can access only 10,48,576 rows are there. So let us consider I'm having 12 lakhs data. So the Excel is not suitable. So that means what I want to tell you is big data is not suitable. We cannot keep the big data in Excel. So now we need one more place where I need to keep the big data. So the after Excel, like flat files, we are invented databases. The databases are handling a little higher data than Excel or flat files. So even then the databases are not sufficient enough. Then we went for the data warehouses. Then we went for data lakes. Even data lakes, data warehouses, databases, Excel flat files are not sufficient to handle the big data. So the next solution, I need to find a solution where my data need to be stored conveniently. Even my data is having infinite storage. So the place where I can store the big data is nothing but cloud. If you can keep entire your big data, maybe you are having infinite data, so you can keep it conveniently in the cloud. So maybe the data is in terms of files or databases or tables or images, audio files, video files, anything. So that means what I want to tell you is whether your data is having structured components or unstructured components or semi-structured components, whatever be the form of the data, you can easily place in cloud. So that is one major application for the cloud. The next one is after keeping the data in the cloud. So the next thing is I need to analyze the data. What is there inside the data? Maybe suppose say the data is relating to some particular business. I want to know what is the sales pattern, how much sales happened this day or last month or last quarter, last year. So I want to analyze the data. I want to identify who are the customers purchased more, who are the customers purchased less, who are the employees are working, and who is the top employee, who is the bottom employee. Depends on the sales, depends on the service they are rendering to my business. And I want to know the dynamics of the business, like KPIs, like key performance indicators. That means how much sales happened, what is the profit, what is the average profit percentage, which products are selling highest, which products are selling lowest. All these things, all these analysis I need to do. So that means I need to have some analytical component in the cloud also. So we are having the analytical component in the cloud also, that is called as big data analysis from the cloud. So these are the major applications now today's context. Hello. So next one is antivirus application. Yes, the data is there. I need to secure because the Azure services are from Microsoft Azure, which are highly secure. How can they provide the security? By having some antivirus. So the antivirus will be deployed on your big data, and this, hello. Ah. So some of like this data will be deployed with the antivirus. This antivirus will be deployed on your data, and it is taking care of all the viruses. Okay, this is all done by the cloud service providers only. So the next application is the cloud computing in education. Already we know that this part, like during COVID times, no schools were there, no colleges were there. Even then, we as a faculty, we rendered so many services by opting Zoom classes or online by use environments. So all these platforms are providing online classes, maybe recorded classes or streaming classes. So they are using the basic underlying hardware or software, just nothing but cloud. So using cloud services, they can run the online classes, or they can provide some recorded visuals, recorded videos. So that is there in the education. Maybe we can expect more these services in the education. So that is the reason why we are calling now education now changes to edutech, education technologies. So now backup and recovery. So like already we told like backup. So the data will not be the service will not be stored in one particular data center. Instead, we are keeping some redundant things. One service will be kept in local server, and some other the second duplicate will be kept in nearby server. Okay, because of this backup. So even during calamities time, so you can back up your data with very ease. E-commerce applications is this is the next emerging market, like e-commerce, like Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Alibaba.com. These are all completely using the cloud as a platform. They are having proper internet, and they are providing all the products online. So their various products will be there, various offers will be there, and they are running their business without opening any single like outlet physically. So this is e-commerce application for all the e-commerce. Maybe you can expect more e-commerce applications in the coming future. So the customers are very busy, like all the people are very busy in doing the works. So that is the reason why they are not finding sufficient time to go and shop for like groceries or t-shirts or whatever. So then they are using the e-commerce application. This is the emerging market. So after knowing these are very famous examples for running your business in the cloud. So let us go for cloud fundamentals. Before going into the cloud fundamentals, you people are having any doubt? We'll discuss. So anybody having any doubt, please respond. We have a discussion.
Fundamentals are very clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your feedback. So now we are entering inside the cloud, before entering into the cloud services and want to use the cloud services, we need to go for some terminology. So for the students also, we are going and explaining the terminology regarding any new technology. So this is some terminology. So the first term is multi-tenancy, content delivery network, serverless, cloud services, scalability, virtualization. So coming to the first term, multi-tenancy. Let us consider you are going to your home from your college by sitting in a college bus. Okay. So after sitting in college bus, you reached your home and you are getting down. So in the same seat, other student, other faculty member will sit and they will travel. And after departure, another person will sit in the same seat. That means the seat will not change, the service will not change, but the people will be changing. So that means here the services, so many services are there in the cloud computing. All the services. Suppose say if I am requesting, client number one is requested one service, and I'm as a cloud service provider, I had deployed that particular service to the client number one. After using the service, he releases the particular service. The same service will be requested by the other client, and I'm deploying the same service to the client number two and client number three, and so on. So that means it is called as multi-tenancy. The same service can be distributed among many clients. Once the previous client is releasing the service, then I can use the same service for the remaining remaining clients. That is called multi-tenancy. So when I'm coming to the multi-tenancy concept, so my resources are utilized for the highest utilization. The same resource can be used for many times. The resource utilization will be highest. So coming to the content delivery network. Content delivery network means, suppose say I'm running a business for which I need one particular website. I requested the cloud service provider to host one service, one like web page on behalf of my business. So they are keeping so many images, so many like information in the web page. All these images, the content will be kept in one particular local server. So the same server, suppose say if other person like India, I can able to easily connect to my web page. Suppose if I want to expand my business to US also, Europe also. So the people who are there in US and Europe, they need to see my business, like my website. So then this content is there now in one local server. This server will create the group of, it is a group of networks or servers in which this content will be available. So automatically the cloud service providers will do all these adjustments. The same content which is there in the local server will be copied to the server present in Europe and the server present in the US. So the same content will be delivered to all the servers. So all the people can connect to the website and they can conveniently see what is inside my web page. That is called content delivery network. Serverless, all the services in the cloud are completely serverless, and we don't have a client server architecture. So because of this, we can expect seamless services. The speed will be high, the billing will be less. The cloud services, anything, whatever you are doing, any function we are requesting from the cloud service provider, we are calling that as cloud service. Anything what you are doing, so that is called as cloud service. Scalability, so depends on the traffic. So I can increase my hardware automatically, or I can decrease my hardware automatically, depends on the traffic. If the traffic is more, then the hardware availability will be more. If the traffic is less, automatically the cloud service providers will be decreasing my hardware. So only for that particular hardware only I am having the billing. So that concept is called as scalability. So next is virtualization. So virtualization is a technology which is dividing the large hardwares into small pieces, and this small piece will be given access to the individual clients. That is called virtualization. And these are some characteristics for cloud computing. So let us go for the first characteristic, broad network access. The broad network access means the global accessibility. Once you create a service, like you can access the service from your office, from your home, while you are in bus, while you are in US, while you are in Europe, while you are in any other country, while you are roaming. So everywhere you can access the service seamlessly. So that is called as broad network access or global accessibility. Your services will be available to you globally. So wherever you go, that service will be follows you. The second characteristic is rapid elasticity. Just elasticity is just nothing but scalability. The light difference, small difference will be there between elasticity and the scalability. Scalability means manually you are doing. You are requesting the cloud service provider to increase or to decrease the availability of the hardware to the client, to the final end users. But if you are giving instruction, automatic instruction to the cloud service provider by looking at the traffic, when the traffic is a 95% threshold, so whenever you are having the threshold meeting, so then automatically the services will be scaled up. Whenever you are having threshold which is not meeting, then automatically the services will be decreasing. The hardware component availability will be decreasing. All these things are scaling up or scaling down, doing automatically. Then automatical way of increasing or decreasing the hardware is nothing but elasticity. Manually, if you are doing increase of hardware or decrease of hardware, that is called scalability. So this is rapid elasticity will be there. Measured service. The measured service means the billing part, how much service you are using, the same amount of billing will be there. On-demand self-service. On-demand self-service means the moment the particular client is requesting the service, the same moment the cloud service provider are giving the service. That is called on-demand self-service. Resource pooling will be there. So that means the same resources can be used for many clients. Once the client number one releases the service, I can deploy the same service to the client number two. So that is called resource pooling. Pay as you use, like the amount of billing will be given to the amount of service. And here we try to compare the on-premise business with the cloud. Okay, some of the advantages we want to discuss. So let us consider the left part of this particular visual is highlighting the on-premise. On-premise means your local data or local server. Everything is a local business. Okay. And the right part is nothing but the cloud related business. So if you compare the hardware, the first component is hardware. The hardware, if I'm running my on-premise business, I need to purchase the hardware. Nobody will give me the hardware. So the hardware component I need to purchase, which is which is having so much capex, lot of investment will be there. So the same thing regarding cloud. So the hardware will be given by the cloud service provider. Let us consider I'm having 1,000 lines of code. I want to run this particular code, whether it is giving me the proper output or not. I don't know the output of this, so I just made a code and I want to run. So I'm having two ways to run the code. So I can purchase my own server, and I can ask the cloud service provider to give me the server for 1 hour. So let us consider I purchase my server own. So the server cost is around 25 lakhs. So after purchasing 25 lakh server, so I am deploying my code and I'm running the output. So I'm looking at the output of the code. So that is one way. So here the cost of involvement is 25 lakhs. In the cloud side, so I am requesting the cloud service provider to deploy one server for my subscription. So he will deploy my service, one server. So using the particular server, I am running my code. So maybe it took 1 hour time. So for a 1 hour time, the cloud service provider will be charging me 2,000 rupees. So the outcome is same. I can see the output. So here in the two cases, I can see the output, but 25 lakhs is quite huge when compared to 2,000. That is the advantage. Like that, the second point also, power, you need to, for on-premise, so you need to look after the power issues. And for cloud, everything will be taken care by the cloud service provider. And the next one is cooling part. So you need the on-premise, the particular local business people need to take care of that. Real estate means the like office, current, everything. So you need to bear from the on-premise business. So physical security, the on-premise business people will need to provide. Disaster recovery, they need to look after. IT support, if some of the people are went away after training, so new people will be recruited, they need to get trained. So everything will be training, IT support, everything they need to take care of to run the business on premise. Instead, if you come to the cloud, everything will be taken care by the cloud service provider. Hardware they will provide, power they will provide, cooling they will provide, real estate they will provide, physical security they will provide, disaster recovery they will provide, IT support they will provide, training part they will provide, everything they will provide. So only thing is the business people need to concentrate on the business, not on the infrastructure. Everything will be provided by them. So that is the most advantage of using cloud business. So let us go for some cloud deployment and service delivery models for this cloud. So before going into unit number 3, so any doubts regarding terminology? Please respond.
Can you please explain once more rapid elasticity?
Elasticity, yeah. So
Yeah.
elasticity is just nothing but, sir, while you are creating hardware, like you are requested one hardware from your server, you are requested a server from your client server, like a cloud service provider. So they have given you one single server. So you requested single server, they are provided single server. So after deploying your application on the server, so your business is getting higher. That means many users are seeing your application online. So that means one single server is not sufficient enough to cater these many users. So now there are two ways. I can manually create one more new server. I can request the cloud service provider to create one more new server. So or I can go for automation way. So there is an option. If you are clicking that particular option, so it will automatically, the instruction will be given to the cloud service provider. Depends on the traffic. Like one server is deployed for your service. Like this particular server can cater only 100 users. So now I'm keeping one threshold limit. Anytime 95 customers are there using the server. So if 96th customer using my server for 5 seconds. Okay, let us consider. He typed one URL and he is waiting for the connection for 5 seconds. Though automatically the cloud service provider is knowing this behavior. So he is interested having that particular application on your server. Automatically they are scaling up because the server cannot handle more than 100. So keeping on the threshold limit. which we are giving to the cloud service provider, they are scaling up automatically whenever the threshold limit is meeting. For the 96th customer onwards, if the customer is staying in my website for 5 seconds, automatically the new server will be created. No manual request will be there. So this is called elasticity. The same thing will be there in the reverse also. If the customers are leaving, no customers are there in my server, automatically the newly created server will be deleted. Only one server will be available whenever I'm having very least number of users in my application. So did you understand?
Thank you, sir. Yeah. I have one question. If every customer is having the same kind of thing, let's say if their requirement is increasing. So first off, my first question is up to means if new server will be created, so will there be the 100 capacity again?
Yes. Whatever be the same Xerox copy will be copied. Like if you are requesting 100 users for your single server first time, the same 100 users can be like one server with 100 users capability will be created next. If that is over, then third,
Yeah.
and so on.
So let's say if there are 100 clients of that particular services, so up to what extent they can increase the number of servers?
So that depends on your traffic, sir. So you can give the random instruction like in the virtual mission scale sets will be there. One option will be there in the hardware like CPUs. So you can scale up, you can scale down. So depends on your configuration. Whatever be the input you are giving, so the same they will be executing.
Okay. Now my question is, if there are so many people who are using cloud services from a particular place, so let's say from Amazon. So
Okay.
if they are increasing this, if they are scaling up, everybody is scaling up. So up to what extent they will be able to fulfill their requirement?
So they can fulfill
Requirement
like
of service.
during Diwali time, we have seen Amazon and Flipkart is having a lot of traffic. That can be, if you calculate average traffic over 365 days, during Diwali time, it is having more than double of the average traffic. So that means the same server which is used for Amazon in the normal days is not sufficient enough for catering for all the users. So they are increasing automatically, they are scaling up the users. So that is called load balancer concept. So you can create a load balancer concept and automatically the load will be balanced among many servers. So that can be defined like manually, or that can be created automatically. So when you are doing manually, then it is called scalability. If you are doing it automatically, it is called as elasticity using some instructions.
Thank you, sir. You differentiate very well, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So any more doubts, please? Okay, so we are going for the third unit. It is also very simple. So here we can see so many delivery models for cloud services. So let us see how many types of clouds are there. So we have 4 types of clouds: private cloud, public cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. So now cloud is just nothing but services will be available on a infrastructure. Let us consider some physical infrastructure is available. On the physical infrastructure, I am deploying some service. So the combination of the service and the infrastructure I'm calling as a cloud service. So let us consider what is the meaning of public cloud. So when the infrastructure, that hardware is available normally, that means in day-to-day life, I'm writing, I'm opening a browser and I'm typing www.google.com. So this URL is getting me connected to my Google server. So that means the server will be maintained by Google people. The Google people are nothing but public. That means we can all type same URL. We are all get connected to the server. So that is the reason why every public having equal right on the services. So then that is called as public cloud. So here every people can have the same privileges. Same privileges means, suppose say there is a problem in the public cloud also. Suppose if I want to, like after connecting google.com, if I want to change my emblem, Google emblem will be there now, Google logo will be there now. I want to change that Google logo according to my desire. So can I change? So can I change from my end? You can change from your end after connecting to google.com. So please respond, anybody, please.
No, so we can't change that.
We cannot change. So that is a disadvantage. That means the infrastructure is maintained by one particular client, and this client is using the resource hardware or infrastructure for all the people, general application. So everybody can use. So, but here everybody can use, and the cost of involvement will be reduced because many people are using. The average cost will be reduced for the each service. That means the cheaper services will be available in the public cloud. But the problem is the ownership is missing. The ownership, if you want to change any of the letter in the Google logo, you cannot change. The ownership is missing. The security is missing. These are the two things which we need to look at public cloud. The services are free. The services will be same. The ownership will be same for each and every people. The infrastructure will be for public. Okay, so this is called public cloud. So coming to quite opposite, that is called private cloud. So now my infrastructure is limited to my organization only. Within my organization, how many employees are there? That many people only can access. Outside my organization, nobody will use my services. Then it is said to be private cloud. It is limited. It is providing the access to limited people. That is called private cloud. So in the private cloud, like the service, the ownership will be high. If I want to change a logo, I can change. If I want to edit my content, I can edit my content. That means the ownership will be high, the security will be high, but the problem is the cost involvement. If we are using all the services using your private infrastructure, the cost involvement will be higher because the limited employees will be there. They are using all the services. The cost involvement will be higher. The quality will be more. The ownership will be more. The security will be more. Okay. So this is something like you are maintaining your own server, something like this. If you want to maintain your own server, obviously the cost involvement, everything will be higher. So that is the private cloud. So coming to community cloud. So community cloud means, suppose say like 10 organizations are there, or organization number 1 to organization 10. So they are all using the common service. They all require only common service. So now what they are discussing among themselves is, so we all people need only one common service. Why don't we go for common service? We request common service from the cloud service provider, and we use the common service among ourselves. Okay. So that is nothing but that means different organizations or different communities having similar interests. They are coming closer together and they are requesting common service from the cloud service provider. So then that is called as community cloud. The service will be deployed on the this group of people infrastructure. Then it is called as community cloud. So the major advantage of using community cloud means this is having cost sharing. The services are shared among many organizations, are shared among different communities, and same with the billing is also shared among different organizations and different communities. The sharing part is done, so then it is called as community cloud. So nowadays, nobody are using community cloud. This is the old concept. Now coming to hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud means some people are there within the single organization. Some people are there like they need highest ownership and the lowest cost. See, highest ownership, highest security, and the lowest cost. So now, how can I get this? So highest ownership, highest security comes from private cloud, and the lowest billing will be there from public cloud. So when I'm combining these two features for any service, then the cloud is said to be hybrid cloud. In this hybrid cloud, highest security, highest ownership with lowest pricing will be there. So that means here it is using infrastructure like public infrastructure they are using. They are using private infrastructure. They are using on-premise infrastructure also. Local servers also they are using. So by dividing the services using different types of infrastructure, they are reducing the cost and they are increasing the security ownership. So that is called as hybrid cloud. So now we are coming to the delivery models. So any doubts? Any doubts from the different types of clouds? Okay. So we'll go for delivery models. So like we have very famous delivery models in the cloud, whether it is from Azure or Microsoft, like Amazon or Google. So these are the three service delivery models are there. Each service, whatever be the service you are requested from the cloud service provider, they are deploying the service either as infrastructure as a service, or as a platform as a service, or software as a service. So let us understand these three different delivery models. I'll just go for the block diagram This is the block diagram which we are using for explaining what is the meaning of each service model. Let us consider, so for running any application, take one example. I want to run my own website. What is my application? I want to run my application on a single server. Okay, that is my application. So this is my application. On the top, this is my application. Now for running this my application, my web page on any server, what I need some servers, hardware component I need, some servers I need, some storage component I need, and some networking component I need. Okay, all these things I need, and I need some operating system, some middleware. Middleware means this is the software, depends on my application, whether I'm using PHP or HTML. So depends on my application, final application. I need to select some of the software. These softwares are acting bridge between the user, the end user, and the hardware. So I need to deploy some of the softwares that I'm calling as middleware. I need middlewares. I need runtime. Runtime nothing but compilers. Okay, I need some compilers, and I need some data inside my web page, and I need to run my application. So if I want to run my application, I need all these things, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, and finally I can run my application. If everything is taken care by the business people only, if everything is taken care by the business people, not that means business people, nothing but clients. If everything is taken care by the clients only, then it is called as on-premise. This is called as on-premise. Everything they can look after. Already we know that. So purchasing servers, storage, network, everything, they are involving so much capex. So much capex will be involved. So that is the reason why. So all people are going from the on-premise business to like cloud business. In the cloud business, we are having three models: infrastructure, platform, software as a service. Now go directly to the software as a service. It is quite opposite to the on-premise business. In the on-premise, whenever you want to run any application, everything will be taken care by the business people only. That means client only. So here opposite, everything will be taken care by the cloud service providers only. So like networking component, they will the cloud service people will provide. Storage they will provide. Servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, even software packages also time to time they will run. So data also they will maintain, application also they will maintain. So they will run their application, and finally the application, once it is designed, so then the application will be given to you. Okay, they will maintain everything. So then it is called as software as a service. The only thing is they need to just run that particular application from their client perspective. So the client only need to run the application. Everything will be taken care by the cloud service provider. Then it is called as software as a service. Okay, so we are having other thing is infrastructure as a service. Coming to the infrastructure as a service, so here the basic infrastructure the cloud service provider will provide. What is the basic infrastructure? Like servers they will provide, storage component they will provide, networking component they will provide, they will provide operating system. So they will provide all these things. So I think today we are going for this infrastructure as a service, that is virtual machine we are going to create. That you can see how servers, storage component, networking component, operating system we are selecting from the Azure portal. So that is called basic hardware. They will provide the basic hardware, but the middleware, that means the PHP software or any other software, the compilers, the data, application, the business people, the client need to take care of this. So then it is called as infrastructure as a service. Quite opposite to this platform as a service. Regarding platform as a service, the basic hardware and the platform means the operating system, middleware, and runtime, that means compiler, everything will be provided by the cloud service provider. Only thing is the client need to get understanding, like they need to write a code or a program with some data, then only they can run the application. So that means the basic hardware part, the basic platform part will be provided by the cloud service provider. So the client only need to give some data and need to run the application. Then this is called as platform as a service. Depends on our expertise. You can select a software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Okay. So now these are the market trends. After understanding, we may have a doubt like how the market is looking like for the next coming future. So we have projected like 2020 to 2025. In 2020, the market, cloud market, is around $371.4 billion. Now it is expected to scale up to 832.1 billion dollars, US dollars. Okay, now that means here with an increasing with an aggregate of 14.2 CAGR. So compounded aggregate rate. Okay, so that means this is the growth rate 14.2% we are expecting in this cloud business, which is considered to be very huge. So that means lot of potential is there in the market in the coming future. So that is the reason why we are learning all these things. So regarding the business, okay, the business is okay. Now what are the like this is the projection of the business. Now after knowing the business is increasing, do we have any job role in the cloud market? Since you say like 14.8 is the growth rate, so we have any job market in this cloud environment? Yes, we are having so many roles defined in this cloud business. So like you can become a cloud architect, you can become a cloud product manager, security engineer, cloud consultant, data architect, all these things. So like it depends on the our expertise. So how many services you are expertise with, that will gives us one role, and that gives us some what is that salary, the package. So there is a huge growth is there in different levels of hierarchy is there. So that depends on our expertise. So this, after completing this third unit, now it is time to enter into the actual hardware part. So till now, any doubts, please?
No, sir.
Okay. So with this, the theory part is over. So we'll come to the practical part. So Mahesh? Mahesh?
Yes, Narendra. Yes, you
Uh,
can start the practical part also, because I think 37 faculties are been added to this account. So you can
okay. So
demonstrate them like how to
otherwise,
use
can I
this
go for
Azure
a
portal.
Mahesh? Can I go and complete the fourth unit also? Because meanwhile, you are going to add other people also.
Yes, yes. I
They
think
will be on the
Narendra,
same line.
it's 11:16 now. I think we should take 15 minutes
Okay.
break in between. Then
Okay.
you
Okay.
can move to the fourth unit.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
So, dear, how much time, Mahesh?
15 minutes.
Yeah. So, our dear faculty members will be meeting by 11:30. So, we'll break for little refreshment. Thank you.
Faculties, please fill the Google Sheet which I have shared with you, and you will be getting status of your account also, like whether your account has been activated or not. So most of the faculties are been added, and I'm giving the status in the status column. I'm adding the status of that activation. So please feel free to provide your Outlook ID in that in this Google Sheet. So I can add those Outlook ID also. And please don't provide your Gmail account like Gmail or any college account if you are having. Please don't provide those accounts to me, because it will be like difficult for you only to log into your Azure portal. If I will be adding that email ID to this Azure portal also, no, it will be difficult to you to you need to switch directly from one directory to other, and all the confusions will be created. That is why I'm asking you Outlook ID, like to provide your Outlook ID on this Google Sheet, so I can add those Outlook ID and I can provide you the subscription plan. Hope so. You will be providing your Outlook ID, and I will be adding in the backend. And let us have a break of 15 minutes. I'm putting a timer to this. Let us connect in 15 minutes.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome back. I'm just sharing the screen. Any doubts till now, you can express your doubt. We'll discuss. Otherwise, I'll go to other part of this, unit number 4. So any doubts, dear faculty members? Hello. Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So now we'll go to the actual, the real-time hands-on experience part. This is from unit number 4. You're seeing all the services. Everything will be like live. So let us go inside this Azure platform. So like the service, like the cloud services will be provided by majorly by 3 companies in the outside market. Like 99% share market share will be there for these 3 companies. One is Microsoft Azure. The second one is Amazon Web Services, AWS, and the third one is GCP, Google Cloud Platform. So out of these 3, so the market share is more for initial days for AWS. Nowadays, it is the Microsoft Azure is having more market share. Maybe in the coming like years also, the Microsoft Azure will be dominating. So that is reason number 1 why we are selecting Microsoft Azure as our platform for providing cloud services. Let us see what is Microsoft Azure. So Microsoft Azure is just nothing but a cloud servicing platform. So where you are requesting so many services from the Microsoft Azure cloud service providers, and you can deploy your services the moment you requested. So the moment you requested, you can get the services. So after getting the services, you can build, you can manage, and you can do any editing operations. And these services, once it is deployed on your subscription, so you can access from anywhere, from any device. And these are some advantages or some features of the services when you are opting from Microsoft Azure. The same features will be there in AWS and GCP also. So the first feature is highly available. All the resources. So maybe you are requested one service. The moment you requested, the service will be deployed on your subscription. So that particular service is highly available. Highly available means, so like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, during rainy seasons, during sunshine, everywhere, anytime. So that service will be available for your service. So then that is called as highly available. So always you keep in mind that when the service is highly available, suppose say 100% available, the billing part is also getting higher. So let us consider one example. During nighttime, nobody is seeing your application. So that is the reason why always go for limited availability. Don't go for 100% availability. So because you are rendering with the bills. So minimum availability from the any service in the Azure platform is 90%, and the maximum is almost we can consider that as 100%. That is around 99.9999999. Okay, so that is highly available. Scalability means depends on the traffic. If you want to increase the hardware, or if you want to decrease the hardware, you can directly do that. So that you can do manually. That is called as scalability. So if you're doing the scaling up or scaling down your hardware component, depends on the traffic automatically by giving some instructions before only. So while you are creating the first service, you are giving instruction to the cloud service provider. Depends on the traffic, you do that. So then according to your instruction, they are doing the actions. Then I can increase, I can decrease the resources or the hardware. Then it is called as elasticity. Scalability is manually we are doing. Elasticity is we are doing on a automatic conditions. Agility. So agility means the services are highly highly speed, agile services are there, the latency will be very less. That means latency will be less means the time of requesting, the time of deployment of the service from the cloud service provider is very little. So all the services are agile services. Geo distribution. So that means if you look at the cloud architecture, the cloud is having the entire world will be divided by the cloud service providers. What they do now, and they divide the entire world into so many geographical regions first. Okay, European region, Japan region, so many regions. After dividing geographical regions, within geographical region, they will go for some zones. Within zones, they will go for some data centers. So these data centers will be located very near to our hometown, maybe near to our offices. So we can have the deployment of all the services from the local station only, local data center only. So that means if you want to request, I don't want to require local service, I need other server which is very far from my office, then that also we can do. So that is the reason why I'm calling all the services are geo distributed. You can select any particular region. I will show you when actual practical hardware is requested. So you can go for any distribution. So disaster recovery, all my services are can be recovered from any disaster, even one location, local local server, local data center is having calamities hardware faults or software faults, then the local station, the local data center is not working, and then it will connect you to the next data center, which is a little bit farther from your local office. So then that is the mechanism they are doing to give seamless services to the client. Okay, so that is called disaster recovery. Fault tolerant, any fault occurs, anything they can recover that. That is called fault tolerant services. And this is Azure portal. Now Azure portal is a web page. So this is a unified console. It is a web application, or this is something like a google.com. So something like web application. So from the web application, any client can log into the web portal and they can request any service from the Azure portal. The moment you are requesting, the same moment it is expecting the service to be deployed on your subscription. So many resources will be there. For example, 600 plus services are there in the Azure portal. So you can request any service. And here we have Azure Marketplace is also there. The Azure Marketplace is the place where you can see all the services. So you can see on the right side you are having some diagram. So one screenshot will be there. So here you can see so many services. Each block, each sub block is there now. So that is nothing but a service name. So these are all different services provided at one single web page, that is called marketplace. So Azure is having one marketplace, then the web page is there, that is called marketplace, where you can see all the services integrated together. You can select one service. So you need to remember that here in Azure portal, Azure web page, some of the services will be directly from the Microsoft Azure, from the Microsoft products are there, direct products are there. Suppose say the same service can be taken from other companies also. Other companies, the third parties, okay, they have created their own product and they are deploying this product in the Microsoft Azure Marketplace. So if you are interested to use the other company's product, you can use it. But our strong recommendation is always use the product or services which is created by Microsoft Azure only. Okay, so there is an option. So these are the two ways you can access the cloud. One is through PowerShell and through CLI. PowerShell and CLI is text-based access. If you want to create any resource, you can create the resource by typing some commands like Unix and Windows are there. Na? Windows is a GUI based approach and Unix is a command based approach. So the same way, the command based way of creating resources, managing resources, deploying the resources, deleting the resources, everything we can do using two commands like through Azure PowerShell and through CLI, command line interface. So this is very, if you are having expertise in using the commands, then you can go for this. Otherwise, you can directly go for GUI approach only. And this is, we are going for some Azure portal.azure.com. Then we are doing some activity. So first we try to go for a little activity. Then we extend the activity to the requesting the larger applications also. So this is the portal which we are using to access any resource. The main portal is www.portal.azure.com. So when you are typing this portal.azure.com, so this particular web page will be open. You can see the blue web page will be open. So in that, it is asking you like your user ID and password. The user ID is nothing but your Outlook mail ID. So which is provided to Mahesh. Mahesh has given some subscription to your mail. You can check in the inbox. So there will be an invitation. So you need to type that particular mail ID here and then click on next. And it is asking you the password, everything. So after logging into the Microsoft Azure portal, you need to go and select the directories. So the directories, the Mahesh will explain about all these things, how to connect to portal.azure.com. So once you connected to portal.azure.com, so you can able to request any service. Okay, you can able to request any service. The service, any service can be requested in the Azure portal in many means. So many ways. So I can request the service from Azure portal. That means this is the thing which we are showing for all the 4 days. Okay, coming 4 days are okay. You can request any service from Azure portal from the web page, or else I can request any service from PowerShell or CLI, command line interface, or from REST clients. So whatever be the way we are requesting the service, all these ways are connected to ARM. ARM means Azure Resource Manager. In this Resource Manager, okay, now you are giving, you need to have the subscription without authentication. Without authentication means without subscription. So you cannot access the resources. And the last line, so data store is there, web app is there, virtual machine is there. So these are all called as services. If I want to access the service, I need to access this service from ARM, Azure Resource Manager. So Resource Manager is asking you to have proper authentication, like your user ID, password, your subscription details. It is asking. Once the proper subscription is given, then you can access any web page or any application, any service from the Azure portal. You can access the service from Azure portal or PowerShell or CLI or any REST APIs. Okay, so we will demonstrate all these things once we connect to Azure portal. Okay, so I think these are specific hardware services like storage services. We'll see all these things once we get connected to the Azure portal. So Mahesh?
Yes, Narendra.
Can you
Actually,
take over?
Shashwatan wants to talk related to LMS part.
Okay.
I think Shashwatan will be taking like 5 minutes. He will be needed. Then we can start with the practical session. Shashwatan, are you there in the call?
Yes, Magesh, I am here. Can you hear me, Magesh?
Yes, Shashwatan, I can hear you.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I think this morning we discussed about the LMS. Again, I'll just take 10 minutes of time to discuss about this LMS. But still, if you have any questions also, you can clarify it now itself, or I'll also join again at 1 o'clock or at the end of the session, we can also talk about the LMS. But in between the session, please don't ask any doubts related to LMS or attendance, because it will also affect the other participants about this session. So now we are going to talk about this LMS for a few minutes, and whoever is registered so far in the LMS, please don't get confused the LMS registration with the registration of the FDP. FDP registration which you have done by using the Google form, right? But now we are talking about the LMS registration, and there are 95 participants have registered in the LMS. So all your registrations are approved, and you can use the LMS by using the password test at 1234 LMS password. Okay, this is the LMS password. I'm just putting it in the chat box. Okay, whoever has registered there are 95 people have registered in the LMS till 11:30 in the morning. I know there are a lot of people have also not registered. Please mute yourself. I know there are a lot of people have also not registered in the LMS. So now I'll take 10 minutes of time to tell you how to register. Approve those registration also, and then you can start using this LMS. Now I'll take 1 minute time to tell you how to do the registration. But before doing the registration, I'll again share you the LMS link here, but just give me 1 minute time. Just give me 1 minute time. So in the chat box, I have mentioned the LMS registration link. Okay, I'll also tell you how to do the. Yeah, I know like a couple of people are mentioning like it's not working, but like, yeah, just give me 1 minute time. I'll just close this LMS registration process once. But before to that, I'll just check what is the challenge. Just give me 1 minute time.
Sir, I already filled this form yesterday. Shall I need to fill this again?
No. It's only for one time, sir. I know there are a lot of other people are also not registered yet. So if you have not registered, I mean, if you are already registered, you can start using the LMS. Okay, and all
Okay,
your
sir.
registrations are, yeah. Just a minute. So yeah, whoever has registered so far, they can use this password. I mean, password tested 1234. There are people are saying like they are not able to use that, but maybe I'll just come to that. But before that, I'll just tell you how to register in the LMS. So just a minute. So yeah, I hope like my screen is visible to all of you. Okay. Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Can anybody confirm?
Yes,
Yeah, thank you so much. So this is the LMS registration link. Again, if you have already registered, please don't register again. And again, I know there are few participants who have attended our last batch, and again they have also attended this batch. In case if you're attending a different batches, then you need to definitely register for this batch also. Okay, for batch number 8, you need to register by using this link. And when you're registering, please use different mail ID. But for the people who is attending for this batch for the first time, if you're already registered on Sunday or this morning, no need to register again. This is for the people who has not registered so far. So once you click this link, you will get this page. Please don't go to this register tab. Just scroll down. There will be a lot of questions, basic information, your college details. Some basic informations are there. Just fill that information. And if you scroll down, there will be a baseline impact. This baseline impact questions will be asked in the beginning of the training program as well as at the end of the training program. In the beginning, we call this as a baseline impact. At the end of the training program, we call this as the endline impact, but the questions will be different. I mean, the questions remains the same only. This is just to understand how our training program help you to understand these topics. Okay. So basically, once you click this registration link, just fill this, I mean, scroll down, fill all these informations and declare yourself and submit it. Once you submit, please give us some time to approve your LMS. From the backend, we will approve your LMS. And once it is approved, you can start using your LMS, and you have to mark your attendance every day on the LMS only. For example, there are 95 people I have already approved in the morning. So now what you can do, you can go to the login, you just click the login here and mention your password. And now again, for the first time, your password will be the test@1234. You can also reset your password after your first login. So just log in.
I am yesterday registered, but now
Yes, ma'am.
need
Then
to
no
get
problem.
the LMS?
Ma'am, wait. Yes, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. I'll just, solve your query. Yeah, once you log in into the LMS, you can see the study materials. We will upload all the study material. Whatever we're discussing in the entire 5 days, we will upload all the materials here. Currently, we have not uploaded. We will upload it by either by tonight or by tomorrow morning. Once it is uploaded, we will update you. You can start accessing your materials. And every day, please ensure you are marking your attendance. Okay, so here you can see like mark my attendance tab. It is not visible for me because I have already marked my attendance. So there will be a red color button saying like mark my attendance. You have to just click that. Once you click that, you can also see your attendance. Now it is mentioned 4th December is present for me. Okay, this is my login account. Likewise, you can also mark your attendance every day by using this LMS. But please ensure you are doing this only between the session time, that is morning 9:30 to afternoon 2:30. And I have already approved like 95 registration. You can also log in and you can also mark your attendance now. And the remaining people, please log in into the LMS and give us time till 1 o'clock. I will approve all your LMS, all your registration, and then you can start filling your attendance also. So this is what about the LMS. Now I think Sanjana ma'am is having some question. Ma'am, please. What is your question, ma'am? Ma'am, Sanjana ma'am, you have any question? Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Sir, yesterday I have filled this time, but not able to log in right now.
Okay, so may I know your log, ma'am, just a minute, ma'am. May I know your mail ID, sir, please? Can you put that in the chat box?
Yeah, I'm writing in chat.
Sir, can you type and put it in the chat box, please? Yeah, please, sir. Ma'am, Sanjana ma'am, you are saying something.
Sir, I have written in
Sir,
chat
yesterday I am registered for LMS account.
Ma'am, not able to hear you, ma'am.
Yesterday I am registered the LMS account, LMS account form, but but I have no need to get the LMS ID.
Ma'am, did you try with the test at 1, 2, 3, 4, ma'am?
Hello.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
All dear faculty members use the common password test@1234. In the test, first letter capital T. Remaining all small t, small credit.
Just give me 1 minute time. I'm just checking for this. Sarah was asking some doubt. I'm just checking on that. You share account. I'm just checking. Just
Sir,
give me a minute. My internet is very slow here.
I got it, sir. Now able to log in now.
Sir, are you able to log in now, sir?
Yes, sir. Now I'm able to log in. Yes.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Ma'am, Sanjana ma'am, I'm not able to hear you properly. Can you repeat it again, ma'am? Is there anybody else is facing any challenges on LMS? Please unmute. And you can also share your challenges.
Yes, sir. The password is test@123, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in the
All
test,
in small.
the first T is capital, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If anybody is having any challenges, please share your mail ID to check like the challenge. But yeah, the people who have registered till 11:30, I have approved all your.
Sir, Nitin Chagi sir is having some issue. So he logged into LMS and it is showing something. Your attendance is not marked for today.
Nitin Tyagi sir, can I have your link, please? Can I have your? Can you share your screen, sir? Thank you so much, Manesh Kumar, sir. You have successfully marked your reference. Sir, if anybody facing any challenges, can you share your screen for a minute and then can you show your challenges?
So Saswatan sir, some of them are keeping Gmails. It is
That is fine. Any mail ID is fine.
So
See, people are
Padmaja
saying
ma'am,
like not able to log in.
Padmaja ma'am, Padmaja dot
Yeah.
J2GG@gmail.com. So there is a issue.
Hello, sir. I'm able to open this and I have changed password accidentally and
Yes, ma'am.
student profile and home and student profile is there.
Ma'am, I'm not able to hear you. I don't know whether it's my internet or your internet problem.
I'll put in chat.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. You can
Sir,
put it
I
in
am
the chat
not
box,
able
ma'am.
to join.
You're not able to join where, ma'am?
Sir, username is my mail ID.
Okay.
Sorry to
Others,
disturb you, sir,
just please mute yourself. Only I mean whoever is having a chat. Mahendra, can you mute all of them?
Yes. One second.
Hello.
So wait. 1 minute. I think there was one message from. I'll just take that message. Just a minute. So yeah, I think who is this person? I'm not able to see who is that person. Yeah, Rajesh. So Rajesh, as I mentioned earlier, again you need to register for the batch 8. I think you have mentioned that in the chat box, you have mentioned that the screenshot. If you open that, it is clearly shows your batch number 5, right? If your batch number 5, then your attendance will not be visible. Please follow our instruction carefully. I'm already mentioned this twice in the morning. Again, I'm telling you, if you have already registered in the LMS, please don't use that LMS account. Please register once again by using the link which I have shared in the WhatsApp group. If you are using your old LMS link, then you will not be in the position to mark your attendance because this attendance is visible only for this batch. Please ensure you are registering for this batch. In case for the new participants, if you already registered yesterday or today, that is fine. But I'm sorry, just 1 minute. I'm sorry, participant. But yeah. Please
Hello,
ensure.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. I am Sajina.
Sorry, ma'am.
Hello, sir. I am Sajina.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
I
ma'am.
am registered for the LMS account.
Okay.
Hello. I can't open the LMS login.
But ma'am, what is the challenge? Can you tell me the challenge? What challenge you are facing, ma'am? Ma'am, can you share your mail ID, ma'am, please, in the chat box? See, again, participant, I don't know you are listening to me. Hey.
Yes, Shashwat, you're audible. Sajina ma'am is having some problem for logging to their LMS account, and Nitin Tagi sir is also asking something in the chat box.
Yeah, I can follow that, but I don't know what challenges they are facing. If they are not sharing the challenges, I am not in the position to help them. Yeah, Sanjana ma'am has mentioned their mail ID. Ma'am, just give me a minute. I'll just check what is the challenge. Just give me 1 minute time. I got Sanjana's ma'am mail ID. Just 1 minute time.
Okay.
I'll just share my screen. Just a minute. Narendra or Maggie, is my screen is visible?
Yes, Shashwat.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll just take this link from here. Sorry. So yeah, ma'am, I'm showing it for you only. I'm just logging in. So I'm just logging in. I am putting your password here. And I'm sorry. I'll just take your password. Just a minute. Oh, I got so many mail IDs. Okay, Sanjana's my mail ID is here. Okay, and
So Shashwat, all the faculties are providing their mail ID. Why so?
I don't know, but
They
yeah,
are not.
yeah, just 1 minute, Magesh. We can check this one and then we can also sort out the others one. Ma'am, now it's opening for you, ma'am. But tell me what is the challenge you are facing, ma'am. I have just mentioned your mail ID. I mentioned the test at 1234. That is a password. Everybody will use it for the first time. And once you put that password, you will get this page. You can reset your password. Okay. Once you reset your password, maybe I'll just reset your password. Ma'am, can you tell me like some password I can reset for you? Or you want to take it separately, ma'am?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's working, ma'am. But for your account is working, you just need to put your password and confirm your password and submit it. Once you submit, you will get this page. Maybe again, I will open my page for all of you because some of the people are asking for the attendance link. Please, participants, we will not share any attendance link separately. It will be in the LMS only. Okay. Again, I'm opening my account. So if you open your account here, if you come to the self attendance, click here, and here you can see since I have already. Please put your. Can you make everybody on mute, Magesh? Yeah.
Yes, it is done, Shashwat.
Yeah. So here you can see like mark me present. Okay. This option is not visible because I already marked my attendance. Okay. Mark me present. Once you click that, your attendance will be marked as present. And also here you can see your batch 8, FDP 26. So this is your batch number, batch 8. If your attendance is not visible, it means you are not part of the batch 8. Please ensure you are registering under batch 8 so that you can also see this attendance. So now I'll also take some of the other examples. Mubina ma'am, I'm also thinking like you're sharing your link mail ID because you are not able to log in. All the other people now you can also try with the test at 1 to 3.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I already registered, but when I go for the right now, it means it says that the email is not found. Then I go for a registration, it says actually a 404 page not found.
That's what, sir. Again, sir, in the morning itself, we told you very clearly, please don't click that register link. If you click that register tab, it will say you 404 error. So please click the link which you have shared in the WhatsApp group and scroll down and fill your information. But sir, if you're already registered, please don't register again. If you're already, you're very sure.
I already registered, sir. Then actually, when I go for
your mail ID, can you tell me your mail ID, please?
Chandramohan.b@vh.es.
Can you put it in the chat box, sir, please?
Yes, sir. It is already available. Please see that at 12.05.
Okay.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, myself Rajesh, sir.
Okay.
Sir, previously I attended your workshop, sir. That time I registered the one mail, sir.
Okay.
Sir, at the same time, previously yesterday I registered into another mail, sir.
Okay. We will approve it, sir. I think you just registered.
Login, sir.
So you have to log in with a new mail ID only. Seems like you just registered. Give me some time. We will approve your registration from the backend and then you can start using your login, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Give me time till like 1 o'clock, sir. We will approve all your registrations, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Are you verifying my details? Chandramohan.b@vh.
Yes. Sir, if you see, I hope like you can see my screen. Chandramohan.bg.
Yes,
I'm not able to get your mail ID in my registration. It means you have not registered in the LMS, sir. So my sincere request is please register in the LMS. Again, I hope like you are part of our WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, we have mentioned this link. You just click this link and then you just feed your information and register, sir.
Because sir, I joined actually WhatsApp group very lately. Okay.
Sir, I'll share the link again. I'll share the link again. But
please,
sir,
please,
here
sir,
it is
please.
showing like 00. It means your mail ID is not available. It means
Okay,
you are not
okay.
registered here, sir.
Okay,
So
sir,
I'll
okay.
again I'll share the registration link in the WhatsApp group, and also I'll share the list of people whose registry is approved. You can also check that. I mean, till 11:30, I have approved few registration. I'll share you the list of name as well as the mail ID whose registration is approved. And again, 1 o'clock, I'll also, for example, if you see some of the people have registered now. You can see like Vanmala, Vandana,
Right,
Pradeep Kumar,
right,
Arun.
right. No
So these
problem,
people
no
have registered now. I have not approved it. So I'll upload it before 1 o'clock and then you can start using your LMS.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay. Thank you
Please
so
share the
much,
link.
sir, for
Please share
asking.
the link.
Yes, sir, I'll do
Thank
it right away. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Any other doubts on LMS?
No, sir. Right now, no, sir.
Great. There was one, okay, attempt to read properly. I'll take just this questions only currently. There was one this thing in the message screenshot. I think Dr. V. Arun has mentioned. Sir, you want to share your LMS login ID, sir? Dr. Arun, you have shared some information here. I'll just take this question last and then we can go to the Arun, thank you so much. I'll just check whether this is registered or not. And then I'll share my screen. Just give me a minute. So Arun sir, you have just registered now. We have not approved your registration yet, sir. Give us time till 1 o'clock. We will approve your registration and then you can start marking your attendance, sir. Is that fine, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So now with this, like I'm handing over the session to Narendra and Magesh, but still if you have any other question, I know this LMS is very, very important. If you're not able to log in LMS, you will not be able to mark your attendance and you will not get your certificate also. So LMS is very, very important, I understand. But now if you have any question, please park this question with you. I'll join again, like we can take like half an hour time or 1 hour time at the end of the session. Whatever queries you have related to the LMS, we will sort out all your queries during the session. But it would be very difficult for me to clarify your doubts through the WhatsApp because sometimes I also get a message saying like, I'm not able to log in LMS, please help me out. So it would be very difficult for me to help you through the WhatsApp, individual WhatsApp messages. So please stay back in the session itself. Whatever queries you have, we will clarify all your doubts on the LMS. So now let's don't talk about the LMS now because like this will also affect your again technical session. Please don't worry about this LMS. We will definitely solve all your queries. But now concentrate on the session. Again, at the end of the session, we will discuss all your LMS queries, LMS related queries. Okay. So now I'm handing over this. Nitin Tyagi sir, I registered again. Okay, great sir. I'll approve your registration before 1 o'clock, sir. Give us time till 1 o'clock. Yeah,
please
I'm
share
handing
the
over this.
registration link,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Please
Yes, sir.
share the
Just give me
registration
2
link
minutes
in the
time, sir.
WhatsApp. Oh yeah, no problem. Please.
Yes, sir. In the WhatsApp, I will share it, sir. Yeah, I'll do it, sir. Thank you so much. And I'm handing over the session to Narendra and Magesh.
Thank you, sir. Sasutan, sir. Mahesh, shall we go for creating the subscription part further?
Yes, we can move further.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So the LMS issues, faculties you will be having, Shaswatan sir will be adding those who have registered newly into the LMS. They will be adding you till 1 o'clock. So don't worry about LMS and attendance also. Please focus on the content delivery, like whatever doubts you can clarify here. Because the subscription plan you will be getting, you can do the hands-on practical in which you can clear your all doubts related to this Microsoft Azure or any cloud computing subject. Yes, Narendra.
yeah, dear faculty members, so Mahesh added some subscription to your Outlook mail IDs. All of you, please log into your Outlook mail IDs.
Narendra, please share your screen so you can show them like how the invitation mail you're getting.
So once you log in into your Outlook mail ID, so in
Your
the
screen
inbox
is
there
not
is a
shared,
mail.
I think, Narendra.
Now I think Mahesh, it is shared, right?
Yes, it is showing.
So I request all the faculty members go to the inbox of your Outlook mail. In the inbox, you are going to see like Mahesh underscore Edunet Foundation. So Mahesh underscore Edunet Foundation. So from this, one invitation was sent. Please click on this mail. If you click on this mail, this is the mail. This is the mail. So did you all in this like Outlook mail only?
Yes, here you need to accept the invitation first, and then you will be moving to this some new tab where blank tab will be shown. So after
Mahesh.
that,
Mahesh,
yes.
we'll ask one faculty member to share his screen or her screen. Then we can explain. So it will be better, I think.
So Poonam ma'am is having some issue. Poonam ma'am, can you share your screen so we can sort your issues also, and we can demonstrate the procedure how to accept and how to log into the portal. So let
Poonam
me
ma'am,
make
please
Poonam ma'am
share
as
the
an
screen.
organizer. Just a second. Let me make Poonam ma'am as an organizer so she can share her screen.
1 second, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, Poonam ma'am, I have marked you as an organizer, so you can share your screen now. Am I audible to you, Poonam ma'am? Okay. Oh, Poonam ma'am, can you tell me your mail ID? Show me your mail ID, like what is your mail ID? Poonam Yadav 0. It's Poonam Yadav 038, right? 0318.
So those who not yet received the mails, you are going to receive shortly. So don't worry on that.
Okay, Poonam ma'am, open your mail ID and show us like, is this the same mail ID what you are looking at, which you have sent to us?
Madam, Poonam ma'am, go to the top right corner. There is a circle. Poonam Yadav 03.
Okay, fine. Ma'am, click on the inbox one more time.
Ma'am, click on the inbox again. Those who didn't receive the mails, you will going to get the mail soon, invitation mail soon.
Poonam ma'am, one more time, you can refresh your browser. Can you just refresh your browser? See, ma'am, one Microsoft Mail ID is being shown here. Now, open a new tab. Open new tab, open new tab, and log into the website which I'm posting it into the chat box. Portal.azure.com.
Poonam ma'am, click on the new tab. Right, portal, P-O-R-T-A-L, portal. Portal, P-O-R-T-A-L, portal.azure.com. You can copy it from the chat also. Enter it, ma'am. Enter. Okay, so this is the page you need to be in. So that is rightly connected. So on the top
see,
right
ma'am,
corner,
here you will be getting EF subscription. So see those who have added to the subscription now. So you will be seeing on your dashboard with the subscription. So you can check whether you are added to this EF subscription or not. So this is the subscription plan under which your account will be getting added so that you can perform the practicals on the cloud. Because see, each and everything what we do on this platform is chargeable and it costs something to this company also. So while doing any practicals, please be sure like you will be not using a higher amount of resources. So that will not charge heavily to our company. So that you need to be sure for while doing those practicals. And apart from the practicals, if you're trying something, know all the concept related to that technology, and then you can try the practical in this cloud platform also. But whatever demonstration, whatever steps we will be explaining here in this FTP, you will be performing the same steps. Okay, don't do any other activities apart from this practical. Okay, so this is how you will be logged into your Azure portal. After accepting your invitation, one blank empty tab will be getting open, and after that you need to just go to your portal.azure.com and log in there and see whether you have added to the subscription or not. Okay, so see, Komal ma'am, you are also having same issues, so you can do the same activity like what Poonam ma'am has done here. Okay, so I think I have received almost, just a second, let me, almost 51 requests from your side, and I have added those Outlook ID to the subscription plan. And you can see the Google Sheet also where I have marked the status of those IDs where you have provided the Outlook ID. I have added those Outlook ID to this Azure portal. And the faculties which they have provided different domain ID, like some of the faculties have provided Gmail, some of the faculties has provided Hotmail, and any other domain ID they have provided. I haven't add those ID to this subscription plan because while log into this Azure portal, you will be getting errors. Okay, so it is my request to you all like to provide your Outlook ID in that Google Sheet only, and after adding this, after getting this Outlook ID, then and only I can add your account to the subscription plan. Okay, so Narendra, you can start with the demonstration of Azure portal. In meanwhile, I will be adding those subscription plans.
Okay. So I think some of you have got invitation mails from Mahesh. So after opening the mail, there is a button like accept invitation. If you click on that accept invitation, you are going to directed to one web page. And after that, so you can type, after that you select one new tab and type portal.azure.com. Then the screen will be connected to Azure portal. I'll show you the screen, how it is looking like. So can you all able to see the screen now? Please confirm me.
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah, so this this is the basic interface window. This is the basic web page which you are going to see after connecting to Azure portal. So you can remember this portal.azure.com. The only thing is you need to click on the the button, accept invitation button. After that, it is asking you accept again. So click on the accept again. So then it is connected to one web page, and now you can select one more tab, and here you can type portal.azure.com. Then you can able to see this particular screen. I think those who got the mails got connected to this portal.azure.com. Can I move ahead? Can I explain what is there in this portal.azure.com now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So now this is the first basic interface using which you can request any service from Azure, Microsoft Azure, cloud computing provider. Okay. So first, this Microsoft Azure is there, na? This name. This is called wherever. So you may be in the second page or third page or any page. So if you click on this Microsoft Azure, you are coming to this page. I'm calling this as home page. Okay, this is the home page. Now there are three lines are visible on the left hand side of this name. So just click on this. So you can see home is there, dashboard is there, all services. So you can see all the services here. So we can scroll down. So these are all the services there in the Azure portal. Some services are app services, and that means web app related services, function services, SQL databases, Cosmos DB, virtual machines, load balancers, storage account, virtual machines, virtual networks. So many services are there. So you can see all the services. You can click on this all services and you can see all the services. So there are 600 plus services available in this portal. Now the first service which I am looking at is virtual machines. Just let me open my notepad. So then I will explain. Now the first service which I want to demonstrate is virtual machines. So the virtual machines is the basic service. Okay, out of 600 plus services, I'm using this as my first service. Virtual machine is just nothing but your laptop. Okay, our laptop. Okay, this is a physical laptop, but this laptop is located in what? It is located in the cloud. That's it. So if you are requesting any hardware, laptop is nothing but a hardware, so which is there in the cloud, Microsoft Azure cloud. Then that particular laptop is called as virtual machine. Okay, for creation of this virtual machine, so I need some of the configurations like what is the RAM, what is the CPU size, what is the operating system. So all these things I need to give as input to the virtual machine creation. Okay, so let us go for this one. So I can request like virtual machine from the portal.azure.com website. So you can select this search box. All of you click on this search box. So here you can type the service name. So my first service name is, so here, see here, virtual machines. Virtual machines. Just type the name, VIRTUAL, virtual machines. When I'm typing, so it is showing me all the like matchings. Okay, all matchings I can see. So here in this window, you can see services will be there. So here services are there. Under services, we have a few services are there, which is matching to this virtual term. And below services, we have another tab is there, marketplace. While I'm explaining the theory, I have explained about marketplace. Marketplace is a place where you are having the same services. Some services will be there. All these services are from different vendors, not from Microsoft Azure. So that is the reason why I'm not selecting any service from the marketplace. I always select the services which are created by Microsoft Azure. Now I'm selecting the first one, virtual machines. Okay, now select, all of you select virtual machines from below these services. Okay, don't select this virtual machine from marketplace. All of you select virtual machines from services. Click on this. Click on the virtual machines. So any service you can type in the search box and you can select the service name. And this is the window which we are seeing. Okay, so before going into that, already one virtual machine is created. So without okay, so now what I'm doing is, so let me don't come back. I'll show you how to create a resource group. Let us consider one small activity I want to do. I want to create a resource group. So resource group is just nothing but a folder. Okay, so now this day, today we are all going to use virtual machines as our services. Okay, so we are requesting virtual machines from the Azure portal. So this virtual machine need to be placed in one particular place. That place is just nothing but resource group. So resource group is the logical container or the place in which you are placing all the services. It may be virtual machine, it may be storage account, it may be SQL databases, any services. So we are keeping all the services in a resource group. Okay, so now I'll show you how to create a resource group. Resource group, to understanding, it is nothing like a folder. In this folder, we are keeping so many files. Now the similarity say the folder is nothing but resource group. The files which are inside the folder are nothing but services. Okay, so let me go on create a resource group here. So now I'm clicking on this. I'm going back to Azure. Okay, so don't create from your side. I'll create a resource group and we are all going to use the same resource group. Okay, for all the services. So just I'm clicking on the Microsoft Azure. Okay, now I am writing here in the search box. I am writing resource group. So resource group, and here it is showing me all the matchings. So here I can see resource groups under services, which is defined with the symbol like 2 brackets. Within the bracket, 1 diamond is there. So that is the symbol for resource group. Just I'm clicking on the resource group. It is very simple. Within 2 minutes, we can create it. Okay. So now for any service, so there is a button like place button will be there. So you can see here, all these are already defined. So many resource groups are defined already. So I don't want to use all these things. Instead, I want to use our own resource group. So I'm clicking on the create button. So click on create. Okay, now for each and every service, so we need to ensure that the subscription should be from EF subscription. So every resource, while you are creating service, now you need to check this. After checking the EF subscription, so now I'm entering my resource group name. So I am entering this as FDP 8 underscore day 1. Okay, this is my resource group name, FDP 8 underscore day 1. And then the region. So where I'm deploying this resource group means this is the region. So you can select any region. So many regions are there. I'm selecting the default region. So that is US. And then I'm clicking on review and create. On the bottom, we can have a review and create. Once we click the review and create, this is for the same. This procedure will be same for all the services. Once you give the inputs like name, configuration, once you give the configuration, then finally it is asking us to click on review plus create. Once you click on the review plus create, it is checking the availability of the resource with the name, the sizes which we have mentioned for the services. If it is available, it is showing like validation passed. You can all see in the green color, validation passed. Once the validation pass means whatever be the names you are giving, all these names and configuration are available for the cloud. So they can deploy, they can give you. So now click on the create button. So just I clicked on the create button. Yeah, now you can see the notification comes here. A resource group is created. So I'm just clicking on the go to resource group. Just click on the resource group. This is my resource group name. When I'm clicking on the resource group name, so see here, this is the title of this page. The title of this page is FDP 8 underscore day 1. So that means this is my resource group. In this resource group, I don't have any resources. You can scroll down. So here you can see no resources are there in this. Okay, in this resource group, no services are deployed in this. No services are available in this. So since it is the this is the first time I have created, no services are available. Now we are using the same resource. Okay, FDP. You can note down all faculty members. You can note down. This is FDP 8_day1. So we are all using the same resource group, and we are deploying all our services in this resource group only, in this folder only. Okay. So for the timing, no resources are available in this. You can clearly see no service, no resources are there in this. So after that, I am going back to the normal. So just all of you click on this Azure portal. Now parallelly, we are creating the virtual machines. So here we have two types of virtual machines are there. So let me go for virtual machines. Virtual machine in this class, I want to go for two virtual machines. Okay, one is Windows based virtual machine, Windows virtual machine. Okay, VM stands for virtual machine. So second one is a Linux virtual machine. I want to create the two virtual machines. Okay, one is Windows virtual machine where the operating system is Windows. Other virtual machine or other laptop I want to create in the cloud that is using Linux operating system. Okay, and here after creating the virtual machine, so I want to convert this virtual machine to server. Okay, I want to convert that into IaaS server. After converting this simple virtual machine into IaaS server, I want to host a website, a static website in the server. So this is the activity which we are doing for both the virtual machines. Okay, so this is our agenda for today's session. It is very simple. You don't need to write any web page. So already by default, one website will be there inside. So you can use the same website for hosting on your server. The only thing is I need to create a Windows virtual machine, and then I want to convert this Windows virtual machine as IaaS server. That's it. The website will be already there. So I am using the default website for hosting. Okay. So now if I want to create a Windows virtual machine, what I need to do, I need to give the basic details. Basic details means what is the name. Okay. Basic details I need to give. The basic details means name of the virtual machine. Okay. System type, the configuration part, these basic details only it is requiring. So I am giving all these basic details. So just follow me. So go to this here search box. All of you go to the search box, and now you type virtual machines. VIRTUAL virtual. Okay. Now I can select here under services. I'm there selecting virtual machines. Yeah. So now already this JV or VM. Already one virtual machine is there. Okay. Already it is using Wakula. So one resource group name is there, Wakula. So this is the resource group. This is the resource, and this is the resource group name. Already it is there, but I don't want to use this particular resource. Okay, I want to use my own resource. For that, click on this. All of you click on this create button, and then select Azure virtual machine, the first option. Click on Azure virtual machine. Click on this virtual machine. So now it is giving you one new web page. So this is the web page. This is the web page for creating a new virtual machine. So here I can use this web page for creating either Windows virtual machine or Linux virtual machine. So first step, I am going for a Windows operating system, like Windows virtual machine. So what is the subscription? ES subscription I'm having, that is correct. And now I'm selecting the resource group here. Okay, now I'm just all of you click on this box, the down arrow for resource group. Just click on this. So you can see so many resource groups are available. All these resource groups are available. Okay, so now you select our resource group. Our resource group is FDP8. So you can FDP8_day1. So you can select this. All of you please select the same resource group, FDP8_day1. Okay, after selecting this as resource group, now scroll down a little bit. and it is asking name of the instance details. Instance details means this is the first time I am going to create the service. So it is asking me the name of the virtual machine. So I am giving, my name is Ian. So that is the reason why Eluri Narendra. So my name is Eluri Narendra. I'm just typing Ian. Ian Win. Win means Windows. VM. VM means virtual machine and 1. And type, don't copy anything. So you should be unique. It should be unique name. So just type any unique name and remember this on paper or the notepad. So you remember all these things, because this is the first time you are creating the service. There is a chance that you forget. So that is the reason why I'm asking you all. So just keep a backup of this. I'm just creating. So Ian Win VM1. This is my resource group name, virtual machine name. And then I'm selecting East US. Okay, and by default East US is there. I'm selecting this. In the availability options, the third option, availability option, I'm selecting no infrastructure. So there are quite a few options are there, like availability set, virtual machine scale sets, availability zone, infrastructure, no infrastructure. So if I select other options like availability set, virtual machines, availability zone, so my billing will be more. That means here I am making my service available even so many calamities are happened. So since this is for only demo purpose, if it is a business purpose, then you can select anyone. So since it is a demo purpose, I'm all selecting no infrastructure. I request you all people select the same thing, like no infrastructure redundancy required, the first option. After that, security type. It is asking you us security type. So open this. So there we can see so many 3 types of security models are there. So I'm going for the standard model only. Okay. If you are working in a real time, so the your manager will tell which type of security we need to use for our virtual machine. So I'm going for standard security. All of you select the first option, standard security. And now this is the important part, image. Okay, this image I'm selecting. I'm just open this image, the box. So here in the search box, I'm writing. So my operating system, my operating system for this virtual machine should be Windows based. If I'm typing Windows, so many Windows virtual like operating systems we can see so many operating systems. Now I'm selecting a Windows 10 Pro. Okay, all of you select the same Windows 10 Pro version 22H2. Windows 10 Pro version 22H2. Okay, I'm selecting Windows 10 operating system. And now by default, it is selecting the architecture. The virtual machine architecture for Windows 10 should be minimum of like a 64-bit architecture. So you don't need to select anything. By default, it is selecting the architecture. x64 is the architecture name. Scroll down a little bit, and it is asking the size. So this is also very important. So go for click on this see all sizes. So under this box, there is an option like see all sizes. Click on this all sizes. Click on all these sizes, and here you can see different sizes of the hardware on the virtual machine. Besides the operating system, we need to give so the size like hardware. Okay, the CPU part. Okay, all these things, data disks, everything we need to provide. So this is called the size of the virtual machine. Always select B1S. So B1S, you can see here, B1 is available here. Okay, B1S, I'm selecting B1S. When I'm selecting B1S, the number of CPUs I'm selecting is 1. The RAM size is 1 GB, and I'm providing 2 data disks. Okay, so the maximum input output operations, and the storage is 4 GB data I can store, and it is available for a price of 596 rupees. It is for 596 rupees per month. So that is the reason why always you select B1S. Okay, B1S. I'm selecting B1S. So after selecting, you click on this select. Done. So now after clicking on the select, you can able to see the size of the virtual machine. So this is standard B1S, and the rupees is 596.23 per month. Okay. After selecting this size is very, very important. After selecting this size as B1S, So scroll down a little bit, and here it is asking administrative account. That means here what it is asking is once after creation of the virtual machine after creation, the virtual machine will be there in the cloud. But we are using our laptops. If we want to connect to the particular virtual machine which is there in the cloud from our laptop, it is asking some username and password. Okay, so that is the username. So here everybody need to remember this username and password. These are the credentials which we are using to connect to virtual machines once it is created. So just typing username, my username, I am writing my en user1. So it should be unique. Okay, here it should be unique. So now what I am doing is, since I am using it for first time, so what I'm doing is just copy like en username, and I'm pasting here in Notepad. So this is my username. All of you do the same thing because we will forget. So this is my username, and remember the password also. So I'm just entering the password here. The password is the combination of small letters, capital letters, numbers, and special characters. Okay. I'm typing my own password, and there is a green tick here. That means it is available. It is available, and this is according to the syntax. And now, type the password one more time for confirmation. I'm typing my password again, and again one green tick comes here. So that means these two are equal. So remember this username and this password. So copy and paste here in this Notepad. So these are important while I'm connecting to my virtual machine from my laptop. I think everybody done this, right? Username and password up to this. Do I need to wait? Please confirm me, any faculty member. Hello.
Sir, yeah, please wait. I'm doing this.
Okay. Yes, sir. After doing this now, please confirm me, sir. Then I will move on. So I'm telling you one more time. So after clicking the virtual machine, you need to select the resource group name as FDP8_day1. So this should be the same for all. And then you need to give your virtual machine name, and don't change the region. So keep it East US only. Select the availability options as no infrastructure. Security type as standard, and here coming to image. For image, so you can type Windows 10 Pro version 22H2. This is the Windows operating system. So that is the reason why the virtual machine called as Windows virtual machine. Okay. So when you are selecting the Windows 10 Pro operating system, by default, the Azure portal detecting the virtual machine need 64-bit architecture. By default, it is selecting the 64-bit architecture. Don't change this. And now select this is very important, the size. The size of this operating system, like this virtual machine, is something like this. It is having 1